The voice of Hu Jintao, President of China, neither emperor nor revolutionary, but the modern voice of authority, ringing round Tiananmen Square. 100 years ago this year, China said goodbye to the last Qing emperor, the end of an imperial system that could trace its roots back some 2,000 years. China said hello to a new and unknown idea, a republic. The revolutionaries called for democracy, something President Hu himself continues to invoke in his speeches. Democracy was launched in 1911, but it didn't flourish. How many of the other hopes so passionately embraced at the dawn of the Republic have yet to be realized? China's certainly been transformed, but a century after the last emperor stepped down from the dragon throne, what shadow does the imperial system still cast over China?
I can still see traces of dynasties in our current society. So I can see, in a way, the shadow of Qing Dynasty is still lurking there. In a way, it never ends.
Once the emperor was gone, this whole world disappeared. Was it a birth or a death? People had to maneuver to find themselves a new place in completely new circumstances.
People at that time wishes to have rich, independent country. And now we are much richer than that time. And also we are independent. But what did not change?
What did not change? At first glance, it seemed everything changed. When the 6-year-old emperor Puyi abdicated, China stepped out of 2,000 years of the imperial cycle that had begun in 221 BC with Qin Shi Huangdi, the first emperor of the Qing Dynasty, and stepped into the unknown. Today, Qin Shi Huangdi is seen as imperial China's political ancestor. He began to build the Great Wall, he commissioned a terracotta army for his tomb, unified the script, and created the idea of China. His dynasty collapsed shortly after his death, but the imperial idea became the centerpiece of the Chinese state. Even foreign invaders like the Mongols and the Manchu adopted it. Their respective dynasties, the Yuan and the Qing, were highly successful. The Manchu-Qing dynasty doubled the size of China through military conquest. Their emperors lived at the heart of their opulent capital, Beijing, surrounded by Manchu imperial guards and Manchu noble families. As the historian Wan Shengming described, after 1911, nobody quite knew what to do with the deposed imperial house. Should they return to Manchuria or stay in Beijing?
According to the revolutionaries, they were treated as foreign kings or emperors. At first, the Manchu royal family still lived in the Forbidden City. According to the agreement, they kept the royal palace to themselves and also the imperial gardens.
The imperial power was in decline from most of the 19th century, but when it finally fell in 1911, after a military revolt in Wuhan, it was a moment of huge uncertainty. More radical voices, like the Cantonese doctor and radical political leader Sun Yat-sen, argued for a form of democracy, and certainly for modernization.